So, welcome, comrades. Today, we are embarking on a, shall we say, perverse journey. We're going to delve into the heart of set theory, but not in the way your dry, formalist professor taught you. No. We're going to look at the axiom of choice through the lens of Zizek and Jacques Lacan. Now, for the uninitiated, the axiom of choice. What is it? In its simplest form, it states that if you have a collection of non-empty sets, even infinitely many, you can create a new set by choosing one element from each of those sets. Seems innocent enough, yes, but this seemingly innocuous axiom has caused massive controversy in the foundations of mathematics. Why? Because it leads to some rather disturbing consequences. Like the Bonaptarski paradox, where you can take a sphere, decompose it into a finite number of pieces, and then reassemble those pieces into two spheres, each identical to the original. Pure madness. This is where Lacan comes in. For Lacan, the human psyche is structured around three orders: the real, the symbolic, and the imaginary. The imaginary is the realm of images, of our self-perception, our ego. The symbolic is the realm of language, of rules, of the big other, that structures our social reality. And the real, the real. The real is the impossible, the traumatic core that resists symbolization. It's the void, the lack around which our entire psychic structure is built. It's that which cannot be fully grasped, fully represented. And this, my friends, is where the axiom of choice becomes interesting. Think about it. Choosing from infinitely many sets. An infinity of choices. This confronts us with the impossibility of fully grasping the infinite. It pushes us to the limits of the symbolic order, towards the terrifying abyss of the real. The act of choosing, even in this abstract mathematical context, is never neutral. It's always already embedded in desire, in the unconscious. What are we really choosing when we invoke the axiom of choice? Are we asserting our mastery over the infinite? Are we trying to fill the void, to deny the inherent lack at the heart of being? Zizek, in his characteristic way, might say that the axiom of choice reveals the obscene underside of mathematics. It exposes the hidden anxieties and desires that underpin even the most seemingly objective, formal systems. The acceptance or rejection of the axiom of choice, he might argue, is not just a matter of logical consistency, it's a political act, a symptom of our relationship to the real. The formalists, those who cling to the rigid structure of axioms and proofs, they might be trying to repress the real, to keep it at bay with their symbolic constructs. But the axiom of choice, like a repressed trauma, returns to haunt them, to disrupt their neat and tidy world. And the constructivists, those who reject the axiom of choice, because it doesn't provide a concrete method for making these infinite selections. They, perhaps, are too close to the real, too aware of the impossibility of fully grasping it. They are paralyzed by the anxiety of the void. So, the axiom of choice is not just a mathematical statement, it's a Lacanian object, a point of intersection between the real, the symbolic, and the imaginary. It's a window into the unconscious desires and anxieties that shape our understanding of even the most abstract concepts, like infinity and choice. So, I ask you, what does your stance on the axiom of choice say about your relationship to the real? Do you embrace the madness, or do you cling to the safety of the symbolic? Let me know in the comments, and of course, enjoy the inherent contradictions. And as always, subscribe for more ideological perversions of everything.